Welcome to Outdoor Oasis Ideas. There's something timeless about a rustic garden. It evokes a sense of simplicity, nostalgia, and connection to nature. Imagine stepping outside your front door to be greeted by a charming, whimsical landscape that feels as though it has been untouched by time. Rustic gardens are not just about beauty, they're about creating a space that feels alive, abundant, and uniquely yours. A rustic garden begins with its foundation, the natural elements that shape the space. Stone pathways, winding and imperfect, become the veins of the garden, leading you on a journey through lush greenery and pops of color. These pathways can be constructed from reclaimed materials such as old bricks, cobblestones, or even repurposed wood planks, each bringing its own texture and personality. The goal is to embrace imperfection. A rustic garden thrives on its unpolished charm, where the cracks in stone or the weathered look of wood tell a story of time and endurance. The next essential element is the planting. A rustic garden often mimics the wild beauty of nature, where plants grow freely and organically, creating a sense of controlled chaos. Choose perennials, wildflowers, and native plants that thrive in your region. Lavender, coneflowers, daisies, and foxgloves are timeless favorites that bring a burst of color and fragrance. Herbs like rosemary, thyme, and sage not only add a functional element to your garden but also enhance its rustic charm with their earthy scents and textures. The centerpiece of any rustic garden is often a focal point that anchors the space and draws the eye. This could be a reclaimed wooden bench, an antique iron wheelbarrow overflowing with flowers, or a weathered birdbath nestled among the greenery. Don't be afraid to incorporate vintage or repurposed items. Old wooden crates can become planters, a rusted iron gate can serve as a trellis, and even an old bicycle can be transformed into a whimsical garden feature. These elements bring character and a sense of history to your garden. One of the most enchanting aspects of a rustic garden is its ability to feel like an extension of the surrounding environment. To achieve this, consider incorporating natural materials in every aspect of the design. Use wooden fences, willow trellises, and stone borders to define spaces while maintaining the organic feel. Water features, like a small pond or a trickling stone fountain, can enhance the ambience, attracting birds, butterflies, and other wildlife to your garden. Lighting plays a pivotal role in creating the perfect rustic atmosphere. Opt for soft, warm lighting that mimics the glow of candlelight or fireflies on a summer evening. String lights draped across trees or pergolas, lanterns placed along pathways, and solar-powered stakes hidden among the plants create a magical ambience after the sun goes down. For a truly rustic touch, consider using mason jars as candle holders or converting them into hanging lanterns. Seating areas are a must in a rustic garden, offering a place to sit, relax, and soak in the beauty of your surroundings. A wooden bench under a tree, a set of mismatched chairs around a fire pit, or even a swing made from reclaimed wood can provide the perfect spot for reflection or conversation. Add cushions made from natural fabrics like linen or burlap for comfort and style. Rustic gardens are also about functionality. Vegetable patches, herb beds, and even small orchards can be seamlessly integrated into the design. Raised garden beds made from reclaimed timber or stone not only add visual interest but also make gardening more accessible. A rustic potting bench, complete with vintage tools and terracotta pots, can serve as both a functional workspace and a charming decorative element. Don't forget the importance of seasonal interest in your garden. Plan for a mix of plants that bloom in different seasons to ensure that your garden remains vibrant year-round. In spring, daffodils and tulips bring life to the garden. Summer offers an explosion of color with roses, sunflowers, and zinnias. Autumn is the time for chrysanthemums and ornamental grasses, while winter can be made beautiful with evergreen shrubs, holly berries, and frosted branches. Fences and gates are not just practical elements but can also be central to your garden's rustic charm. A weathered wooden fence with climbing vines, a wrought iron gate with a patina finish, or even a simple stone wall can define the boundaries of your garden while adding to its aesthetic appeal. These elements help create a sense of enclosure, making your garden feel like a private retreat. As you design your rustic garden, think about how it will engage all your senses. The sound of rustling leaves and chirping birds, the scent of blooming flowers and fresh herbs, the sight of vibrant colors and textures, the feel of cool grass underfoot, each element contributes to the overall experience. A rustic garden is not just a visual masterpiece, it's a sensory haven. When planning your garden, it's important to consider the practical aspects as well. Think about how much maintenance you're willing to commit to and choose plants and materials accordingly. A rustic garden should be a source of joy, not stress, so embrace low-maintenance options whenever possible. To extend the charm of your rustic garden into the evening, consider creating a cozy outdoor dining area. A simple wooden table with mismatched chairs, adorned with candles and wildflower arrangements, can become the perfect setting for intimate dinners or casual gatherings. pit or outdoor fireplace for warmth and ambience, creating a space that can be enjoyed year-round. If you have the space, consider adding a small greenhouse or shed to your garden. These structures can be both functional and decorative, especially when designed to complement the rustic aesthetic. A greenhouse made from reclaimed windows or a shed with a weathered wood finish can become a focal point in its own right. Seasonal decor and natural accents. Rustic gardens are particularly magical when they echo the changing seasons. Incorporating seasonal decor into your garden helps keep it fresh and exciting throughout the year. In spring, adorn your garden with elements like pastel-colored planters, wreaths made from foraged branches, and small wooden signs with hand-painted florals. Spring is also the perfect time to plant bulbs and early bloomers like crocuses and hyacinths to bring life to your garden after the winter months. As summer rolls around, consider incorporating summer-themed decor like lanterns, outdoor cushions with floral patterns, and even hanging baskets filled with cascading blooms. Rustic wooden crates can double as plant stands, and vintage watering cans can be used as quirky planters for sun-loving flowers. Autumn, perhaps the most rustic season of all, offers endless opportunities for seasonal accents. Scatter pumpkins of varying sizes throughout your garden, and weave garlands of dried leaves or corn husks around fences or trellises. Hay bales can be used as temporary seating or decorative platforms for potted mums or gourds. Rustic lanterns with candles or fairy lights can create a warm, inviting glow as the days grow shorter. In winter, embrace the stark beauty of the season by using evergreen branches, pine cones, and holly berries to decorate your garden. Consider creating a rustic wreath for your garden gate or hanging strings of lights on bare trees. Frosted window panes of a small greenhouse or shed can look particularly charming against the snowy backdrop of a well-maintained winter garden. Seasonal decor doesn't have to be elaborate or expensive. Much of what you need can be found in nature, making it both sustainable and budget-friendly. Foraged branches, dried flowers, and repurposed materials can add a personal, handcrafted touch to your outdoor space. Sustainability in rustic gardens. One of the most beautiful aspects of a rustic garden is its harmony with nature. This makes it an ideal setting for incorporating sustainable practices that benefit both the environment and your own well-being. Start by focusing on water conservation. Install rain barrels to collect water from your home's gutters, and use it to irrigate your garden. This not only reduces your water bill but also ensures your plants are hydrated with pure, untreated water. Composting is another sustainable practice that complements the rustic aesthetic. A simple wooden compost bin can blend seamlessly into your garden while providing a place to recycle kitchen scraps and yard waste. Consider building a pollinator-friendly garden within your rustic landscape. Wildflower meadows, flowering herbs, and shrubs like lavender and rosemary provide food and shelter for bees, butterflies, and other pollinators. Add a small bee hotel or butterfly house to encourage these beneficial creatures to make their home in your garden. Recycling and upcycling are at the heart of rustic design, so think creatively about how you can repurpose materials. Wooden doors can become garden gates or tabletops, while glass bottles can be turned into edging for flower beds. Broken terracotta pots can be used as mulch or turned into artistic mosaics. Every item you reuse is one less piece going to the landfill, and it adds a unique story to your garden. Incorporating edible landscaping. Rustic gardens are the perfect setting for edible landscaping, where beauty and functionality go hand in hand. Incorporate fruit trees, berry bushes, and vegetable patches into your garden design to create a space that not only looks beautiful but also provides fresh, homegrown produce. Espaliered fruit trees, which are trained to grow flat against a fence or wall, can serve as both a decorative feature and a source of delicious fruit. Berry bushes like raspberries, blackberries, and blueberries can be planted along pathways or used as natural borders. Herbs like basil, mint, and parsley can be grown in terracotta pots or raised beds, adding fragrance and flavor to your garden. For a truly rustic touch, consider planting a kitchen garden near your home. Use wooden boxes or stone borders to create tidy, defined beds, and plant a mix of vegetables, herbs, and flowers. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the art of rustic garden design.